Well, it's raining and it's about to get a lot colder. Let's talk about the weekend forecast and who may be getting ice in this special Saturday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. All right, good morning. It is Saturday, the 28th of October, 2023. I'm Baldy in Chief David Reimer. We do have rain, we've got storms, we've got flooding this morning. A bit of a surprise yesterday when data suddenly showed a band of much heavier rain than we had expected in our morning weather roundup video, but unfortunately that is exactly what happened across portions of southern North Texas into the south and eastern portions of the DFW Metroplex. That rain will continue today, which means more localized flooding possible, though rainfall amounts will gradually start to come down. All right, let's talk about temperatures over the next few days, then we'll get into the timing of the cold front, rain chances, ice chances, all that. Here's tomorrow's high temperature forecast. This is from 7 a.m. Sunday onward, which means some of y'all across central Texas, East Texas, Brazos Valley, your high temperatures or cold will occur in the morning hours. Those of you farther south and east may actually enjoy another full day of warm weather before crashing the cold front intrudes on you. High temperatures tomorrow. 20s in West Texas in the Panhandle, 30s if you're lucky in the Big Country and Texoma. Rio Grande Plains, Rio Grande Valley, middle 90s. Yeah, there's a bit of a temperature differential. By the way, wind chills tomorrow going to be in the teens in the Panhandle and West Texas. We may even see some in the single digits. All right, here's Monday. Again, crashing the cold fronts move through nearly all of Texas at this point. Highs upper 30s to upper 40s. It's going to be a very cold, and damp day. It is going to be pretty miserable November-like. Tuesday, we're going to start to warm back up a wee bit. Halloween, rain chances ending. Halloween evening still going to be pretty chilly with temperatures in the 30s and 40s. We're going to cool off pretty quickly after sundown. Wednesday, starting to slowly warm back up, temperatures 50s to 60s. Not a bad day, honestly. Now, let's talk about low temperatures. Here's Monday morning's low temperatures, teens to 20s. Panhandle, West Texas, freezing line, maybe making it into Texoma, North Texas. Sheltered areas of the hill country, Concho Valley, southwest Texas. Doesn't look too bad, right? It gets worse. Tuesday morning, freezing line making it down into portions of North Texas, the Arklatex, down into the hill country. Okay. 40s down to the Texas Gulf Coast. Wednesday morning, 30s well down into the Golden Triangle, southeast Texas, the Victoria Crossroads, South Texas. And then here is Thursday morning. We may actually see the freezing line make it down towards the Houston Metro, the Golden Triangle. Honestly, maybe the Victoria Crossroads is going to be a chilly morning. And by this point, the northern two-thirds of Texas are probably going to have their first freeze of the season. And some of these first freeze locations are going to be among the earliest on record for what it's worth. We're talking 3 to 4 weeks early compared to seasonal averages over the last 30 years. So last time we did that was 2020 into 2021. I'm not saying anything there. High-res rapid refresh model. Let's talk about the cold front timing. Here you go. This is Sunday. Yellow, greens, and blues, that's your cold air. Reds to pinks, that's your not cold air. There's your progression of the cold front as we get into tomorrow and tomorrow night. The cold front itself may actually end up being a bit quicker than what this shows, and if that happens, that means crash of the cold front will be a bit earlier. But here you go, moving into central Texas, the Edwards Plateau by noon on Sunday. Houston, about 4 o'clock Sunday. San Antonio, probably about 6 o'clock p.m. Corpus Christi, about 11 to 10 p.m. Brownsville, 5 a.m. Monday. And that is when the entire state will have crashing the cold front. Now, what are we going to be doing about rain chances? Well, let me let this play back out again from the beginning. But here you go. Here's this afternoon through Monday morning. It's going to rain. It's not going to constantly rain, but it is going to rain at times. You can see by early Sunday morning, changing over to light freezing rain across the Panhandle into West Texas. The potential for travel impacts, especially on bridges and overpasses. We might change over to some freezing rain and sleet in Northwest Texas in the Big Country Sunday evening into Monday morning. We're going to have to wait and see. Same thing goes for Southwest Texas and the Permian Basin. Light ice accumulations possible with bridge and overpass impacts. We'll look at a map of that in just a minute. Otherwise, you can see it's going to rain across the southeastern two-thirds of Texas, too, it looks like. Especially as we get into Sunday afternoon through Monday morning. And tomorrow and Monday morning are going to be quite wet. That is for sure, and it's going to be cold and miserable. All right, in terms of the forecast rain totals, here we go through Tuesday morning, looking at another 1 to 2 inches across the Permian Basin, Big Country, Northwest Texas, Texoma, into the Arklatex, maybe 1 to 4 inches of additional rain across North Texas, depending on if we have any more heavy rain bands set up. Looking at about 1/2 to 1 inch of rain, Central Texas, the Brazos Valley, about 1/4 to 1 inch of rain from the Edwards Plateau over to the Victoria Crossroads, southeast Texas, and lighter rainfall totals across the Rio Grande Plains, the Rio Grande Valley, the Permian Basin, back into southwest Texas, West Texas, and the Panhandle. Now, let's take a look at the ice forecast. Here we go. This is the latest forecast. Now, these are going to be light ice accumulations, probably a few hundredths of an inch, maybe a tenth of an inch. It takes 1/100th of an inch of ice on a bridge to turn it into a skating rink. And thanks to the very warm recent temperatures, it's going to take a couple days to get soil temperatures down to a point to where ice will be able to readily accumulate on most surface roads. So I'm hopeful, optimistic, perhaps overly so, that most surface roads at least will remain mostly wet. That being said, bridges and overpasses are going to be a different story, with temperatures in the teens and 20s and a gusty north wind. We'll easily accumulate ice on bridges, overpasses, power lines, tree branches in the Panhandle, West Texas, and wherever else it may change over to freezing rain if we drop below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So please expect the potential for icy bridges and overpasses as soon as this evening in the Panhandle and West Texas. This does include Amarillo and Lubbock, down into maybe parts of Northwest Texas and the Permian Basin Sunday night into Monday morning. And as we get some sunshine tomorrow, or at least some radiation from the sun, we may be able to melt some of the ice, but whatever is wet tomorrow night will freeze back up as temperatures fall back into the teens and low 20s. So some travel difficulties are anticipated, but at this point, this should not be one of these crippling ice storms that takes down trees and power lines. Hopefully. And rain chances will end again Tuesday, leaving most of the state quite dry for Halloween evening festivities. If you're heading out and about, it will be cold, 30s and 40s with a bit of a wind, but hopefully mostly dry. You can get your local weather forecast in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app, interactive weather radars, these forecast videos, storm chasing videos, and severe weather coverage when necessary. Otherwise, radar on our website, texasstormchasers.com. We'll talk to y'all again later today or Sunday morning. Have a good one. Go Rangers. God bless.